They trained for centuries. Perfect warriors. Zero emotions. No mercy, no pleasure, just pure alien destruction. Their target? Earth. But what they didn't plan for was a soldier who fights in boxers, a grandma with a shotgun, and a girl who winked and broke their top general's will. In 9 minutes, everything fell apart. Because Earth doesn't fight fair. Earth fights dirty and flirts harder. What really happened during those 9 minutes? You're about to find out. Welcome to Predator Protocol. This is your new story. Brutal, sexy, and 100% human. I'm your voice for today. Just a guy who tells stories about how Earth always punches above its weight. Now sit back, loosen your armor, and let's begin the story. They had waited, watched, trained. For over 600 years, the Kael Dominion prepared for this day. The day they would land on Earth. Their simulations were flawless. They studied every battle strategy, learned every human weakness. And yes, they even studied human pleasure habits, because their intel said humans were emotionally erratic during arousal. They thought they could use it against us, but oh boy, they had no idea what they were about to face. The first drop pod landed in Nevada desert. 5 KL warriors stepped out, 9 feet tall, perfect armor, glowing blue visors. Behind them, the smoke cleared. The heat sensors showed no life, except one. A single human stood 30 feet away. No armor, no weapon, just a woman in a tiny red tank top, holding a half-eaten popsicle. She licked it slowly, tilted her head, and smiled. "Y'all done posing, or is that your mating dance?" The Kyle leader tilted his helmet. He'd studied over 4,000 human languages, but her tone confused him. Was she threatening him, or flirting? He took a step forward. "Identify yourself. Surrender. You are surrounded." She raised one eyebrow, licked the popsicle again, and said, "Surrounded? Baby, I live for attention." Suddenly, boom! The ground exploded beneath one of the Kyle soldiers. He went flying, his body sparking midair. Sniper shot. From nowhere. The woman didn't even flinch. "Guess my boys are early. I told them to wait till the second date." 2 more Kyle warriors raised their cannons. Too late. Something ripped through the sky. A custom Earth drone, fast, black, loud, dropped flashbangs shaped like smiley faces. The aliens screamed, their systems glitched. Human soldiers emerged from the dust, half of them shirtless, blasting music, yelling things like, "Let's dance, bitches!" and "Who brought the lube? It's about to get messy." The KL couldn't understand. This wasn't war. It was chaos. Sexy, wild, insane chaos. Their training failed to prepare them for this. A human man ran up to one of the KL, wearing a bulletproof vest, and nothing else. "Hey, chrome face, like what you see?" The KL hesitated, just for a second. That's all it took. He got tackled from behind by a woman wearing pink camo shorts and a GoPro strapped to her chest. "Smile for the galaxy, sweetheart," she whispered, pressing a blade to his throat. It was too fast, too confusing, too human. The Kyle commander activated his distress signal. He watched, stunned, as his elite squad, trained for centuries, collapsed in less than 3 minutes. And the woman with the popsicle, still standing, still licking, still smiling. "You boys done playing Space Ranger? Or should I take off my top and really melt your circuits?" The Kyle's visor cracked slightly, not from damage, but from internal overheating. He didn't understand it. Why did his hands shake? Why did her voice trigger a chemical response his species didn't even have? He looked down. His leg was trembling. Was it fear? Or something else? The woman stepped closer. She whispered, just loud enough. "You know what the real problem is? You trained for war. But Earth? We trained for fun." Then she winked. And from behind her came something terrifying, something glowing, something laughing. a human weapon never seen before. The screen on the Kale commander's arm blinked. Error. Emotional corruption detected. His AI spoke, panicked. Warning, Commander, you are aroused. And then, blackout. The Kyle commander woke up face first in the dirt. His visor was cracked, his chest plate dented. His pride? Gone. He blinked 3 times. The HUD was glitching. Warning, seduction detected. Rebooting in 9 minutes. 9 minutes? That's how long it took for Earth to shatter his mind? He groaned, rolled over, and saw her again. The same human female. Tank top, slightly torn now. Popsicle, gone. She was crouched beside him, twirling a small combat knife between her fingers. Well, well, she purred. Sleep well, muscle boy.
He stared at her lips. She tapped his helmet. No answer? Guess I'll have to knock harder. She slapped the side of his head like a TV remote. His HUD flickered back online. Tell me, big guy. She leaned in, her face inches from his. Did you dream of me? His internal systems went into panic mode. Core temperature rising. Stimulation level dangerous. Recommend retreat or release. He sat up fast, too fast. Smacked his head into a drone flying overhead. The drone beeped cheerfully. Horny alien alert activated. The woman snorted. Sorry, we programmed them ourselves. They've got attitude. He looked around. His squad was missing. His ship destroyed. And from every direction came music. Blasting, thumping, dirty beats. Then a voice echoed across the battlefield. Welcome to Earth, boys! From the dust, they emerged. Human troops. Dozens of them. All different builds. Shirtless, sweaty, laughing. Some wore sunglasses at night. Some wore lipstick. One had nothing but cowboy boots and a bazooka. The commander tried to stand, but slipped on glitter. Yes, glitter. The female crouched beside him, grinned. Don't feel bad, hot stuff. You're not the first alien I've made weak in the knees. He blinked hard. Why? Why are you not afraid? He croaked. She laughed, a deep, wicked laugh. Oh, honey, you came to our planet, wearing tight armor, with long guns, and zero humor. She stood up, cocked her hip, and yelled to the others, Guys! He thought we were the soft ones! Laughter exploded across the camp. One guy lifted a boombox and shouted, Let's show 'em how soft we are, boys! Suddenly, flash mob. Yes, a full-blown military-grade dance-off, boots stomping, guns twirling, hips grinding. The alien scanners went wild. Unidentifiable battle tactic. Emotional weaponry in use. Commander, your heart rate is illegal. The Kale commander just sat there. Frozen. Shocked. Turned on? Possibly. From behind him, another human sat down. This one older, bearded, shirtless, holding a can of beer. Son, he said, you ever seen a stripper with a flamethrower? The commander blinked. Because she's our next move. Just then, a deep bass dropped. From the smoke, walked the most terrifying thing he'd seen all day. A woman, 6 feet tall, high heels, flamethrower on her back, shorts so tight they were technically illegal in 3 galaxies. She winked at the Kyle commander, then licked her lips. The HUD shut off completely. System failure, too much Earth. His eyes rolled back. Darkness. Again. The KL commander didn't pass out this time, but he wished he had. Because when he opened his eyes, his face was in someone's lap. Soft, warm, human. He jerked back, looked up, and saw her again. The flamethrower girl. Red lips, tight crop top, kneeling beside him, lighting bubblegum with a match. You're awake, she said, blowing a pink bubble that popped gently across her cheek. You dreaming about me again, tall boy? He stared. Too long. Her eyes narrowed. You were, weren't you? He scrambled back, heart pounding. This is psychological warfare, he told himself. Resist, focus, stay cold. She laughed. A low, dirty laugh.
like she knew what he was thinking. "Baby," she said, "cold doesn't work here. You're on Earth. We play with fire." She picked up the flamethrower and swung it onto her shoulder like it was a purse. Behind her, the other humans were celebrating, dancing, drinking, cheering. One soldier was getting a tattoo mid-battle. Another was wrestling a Kyle war beast on a leash like it was a puppy. The commander stood up, shaky. He looked at the destruction around him. His centuries-trained army, gone. His elite equipment, melted. His unstoppable war plan, turned into a dance party with boobs. And still, they weren't killing him. They were teasing him, mocking him, playing with him. It made no sense. Back on the mothership, and he was feared, respected. Now he was a toy. He tapped his comlink. "Base command, do you read?" Static. Then a voice replied, but not a Kyle voice. "Oh no, sugar pie," the voice said. "This frequency's ours now." It was her, the popsicle girl. "Congrats, Commander Cutie," she said. "You just got hacked by a chick in a bikini. How's that feel for your alien pride?" He screamed into his mic, "What do you want from me?" The answer came from behind. Two hands grabbed his shoulders, pulled him around. The flamethrower girl was now nose to nose with him. She whispered, "We want you to remember us. Every time you close those glowing eyes." She pushed him, hard. He stumbled, right into a portable stage the humans had set up. Lights, speakers, smoke machines. The crowd cheered. "Let's give it up for our newest backup dancer," someone shouted. "Take it off," yelled another. The KL commander looked around in horror. The humans weren't just fighting, they were performing. They'd turned war into a show, a joke, a striptease with grenades. "This is not combat," his AI stammered. "This is cultural assault with emotional casualties." He'd trained for blades, for lasers, for war cries, but not for hip thrusts and lipstick, and definitely not for the smell of human sweat and perfume mixed together. Warning, pheromone overload detected. Then, the music stopped. Silence. All eyes turned skyward. Something massive appeared above them. It wasn't human. It wasn't KL. It was something else. A third faction? The commander stared, confused, and for the first time since landing, the humans looked worried. The flamethrower girl stepped back, eyes narrowed, jaw tight. "Well," she muttered, "that wasn't on the playlist." The alien commander slowly turned toward her. "What is that?" he asked. She didn't answer, not with words. "S." He grabbed his hand and ran. The Kyle commander had never held hands with anyone. Not during war, not during peace, not ever. And now, he was being dragged across a battlefield by a sweaty, wild-eyed, tank-top-wearing human woman with a flamethrower on her back and zero regard for alien protocol. Her grip was strong. Her perfume, even stronger. They dodged behind a broken human truck, one of those muscle cars they loved so much. Boom! A red blast shook the desert. The sky above turned orange. The third ship was here. But it wasn't Kyle, wasn't human. The woman peeked out. Her jaw clenched. "Great," she muttered. "Now the Siliths show up? This party just got rude." "Siliths?" the commander asked. She turned slowly, eyes sharp, voice low. "Oh, sweetie, you thought you were Earth's biggest problem today?" Then she winked, and ducked again as another explosion rocked the dunes. The Silith dropships descended like silver knives. No glow, no noise, just perfect death. Humans stopped dancing, stopped laughing, and started prepping. The music was cut. The jokes faded. And then the commander saw it. The change. The way the humans moved. Together, silent, focused. He watched the flamethrower girl load 2 canisters onto her back. Her whole posture changed. Less sass. More war. She looked at him, and the teasing was gone. "What you see now," she said, "is what happens when someone really pisses us off." Across the field, the popsicle girl tossed away her lollipop and strapped on combat gloves. One soldier pulled off his sunglasses, revealing robotic eyes. Another kissed his dog tags and whispered, "Time to break hearts and spaceships." The commander stood frozen. "This is your real form?" he asked. She nodded. "You think we beat you with jokes and curves? That was the foreplay, alien boy." She shoved a rifle into his hands. "You trained for 600 years, but this is what we trained for since birth." Behind them, explosions. Above them, shadows. The Siliths landed, and for the first time ever, the Kyle and the humans stood together. The commander lifted the rifle. It felt right, like it belonged in his hand. He looked at her. She looked back, and smiled that devil smile. "If we make it out alive," she said, "I'm going to break your helmet and see what's underneath." He blinked. "Is that a threat? Or a promise?" She blew him a kiss. "You tell me, handsome." Then the sky lit up. The Siliths opened fire. Laser beams sliced the dunes. Screams echoed. And then, silence. One Silith stepped forward. Tall, silver, 6 arms, eyes like black holes. It scanned the Kale commander, then spoke. "This one has been compromised. Emotion detected." The commander aimed his rifle. "I've been activated," he growled. The Silith fired first. Everything flashed red. The Kyle commander rolled hard, just in time. The Silith blast scorched the sand beside his head, vaporizing a whole cactus. He fired back, missed. His hands shook, not from fear, but from her. The flamethrower girl was 10 feet away, torching 2 Silith soldiers with a grin so wild it could start fires without gas. She moved like chaos, boots kicking up sand, hair stuck to her sweat-drenched cheek, and hips swaying like war was just foreplay. "Eyes forward, soldier," she shouted. "Unless you're staring at my target zone." He wasn't. He was definitely staring at her hips. Another blast. He ducked. She didn't. She flipped midair, landed on a Silith's back, and screamed, "You're not even my type!" Boom! Metal flew. The Silith exploded. The Kale stared. "Your type?" he muttered. She turned, winking. "Yeah, I like 'em tall, armored, and emotionally unavailable." She ran off, laughing. Behind them, Earth soldiers joined the charge. One was shirtless, smeared in mud, holding 2 plasma axes. He shouted, "This one's for my ex-wife!" A woman next to him cheered, "And this one's for my favorite toy. He vibrates better than y'all." The Kyle didn't understand the joke, but it made 3 Siliths hesitate. That was enough for her to slice their heads off with one spin. It wasn't just the fighting. It was the rhythm, the madness. The humans didn't just survive war. They danced with it. He moved in, blasting side by side with a squad of humans who screamed movie quotes while firing rockets. One yelled, "Say hello to my little friend." Another yelled, "She said she needed more spark, so here's my grenade." The Kale started, enjoying it. For the first time in his life, he felt alive. He felt Earth. Then, it all stopped. The Siliths backed off. A pause, long and strange. Then a massive silhouette appeared behind their lines, tall, wider than all the others. No arms, just tentacles. The humans froze. Even the flamethrower girl stopped spinning. "Is that?" she whispered. "Silith Queen," someone said. The Kyle commander squinted. "No, that's not a queen. That's a motherboard." The flamethrower girl looked at him. "Oh no, we're dealing with a mom?" He nodded. "She controls them all. If she enters the field, everything changes." As if to prove it, the sky turned purple. The ground shook. A humming sound started. Deep, vibrating. It wasn't natural. The Silith Queen raised one tentacle. and pointed at the Kale commander. Target. Compromised by human lust, the voice echoed across the desert. Every human looked at him. He blinked. Wait. What? The flamethrower girl snorted. Oh, baby. She knows you've been staring. I wasn't. You were. The Kyle turned red, literally. His armor glowed with heat. Core system overload. Emotional contagion detected. She stepped close. Real close. I know I'm distracting, but can you handle me and the galaxy's worst X at the same time? He looked at her lips, then at the Queen. He tightened his grip on the rifle. Yes. Good, she said, licking her thumb and wiping dirt off his helmet. Because I'm gonna need a partner, and maybe a post-war cuddle. She turned away and shouted, Lock and load! The Kyle stood beside her, back straight, blaster ready. The humans screamed their war cry. The Kyle added his own, and together, they charged. Straight toward the Silith Queen. The charge began. Humans and Kale together, sprinting across the cracked desert floor. Blasters hot, war cries louder than the Silith's shrieking tech. The flamethrower girl was first in line, boots kicking up dust. Tank top ripped down the side, one strap falling off her shoulder like an accident begging to happen. She didn't care. She didn't need armor. Her body was confidence, rage, and sweat in motion. The Kyle commander followed behind her, chest burning, helmet steaming. His AI screamed, Warning, you are currently 87% aroused and 100% outgunned. But he didn't slow down. He couldn't. She tossed him a fresh power cell mid-run, didn't even look back. Batteries for your blaster, or for something else? She shouted, teasing. He caught it, fumbled, almost dropped it. She laughed and winked over her shoulder. I like a man who knows how to use his hands. He bit his lip. Focus. Focus. They reached the ridge. Below, the Silith Queen waited. Her body pulsed like an alien heart, thick cables and biowires twitching under silver skin. She floated slightly, never touching the ground. Eyes like twin voids. The commander froze. I've never seen anything like her. The flamethrower girl stepped beside him, chewing on a toothpick like she was flirting with death itself. Yeah, well, I've never fought anything I didn't want to slap first. She clicked her ignition. The flames hissed to life, and the Queen noticed. Emotional threats detected, the Queen hissed. Female, high libido. Male, compromised. Connection, dangerous. Oh, the human girl laughed. Someone's jealous. She launched fire. The Queen shrieked. The battle began. Kyle and human weapons fired together. Lasers and bullets, heat and fists. The commander dove behind a rock, pulled two Silith drones into a chokehold, and ripped out their cores. From the side, the flamethrower. A girl grinned. Nice grip, soldier. You choking them? Or practicing for me? He glitched. Slight nosebleed. Armor overheating again. The Queen screamed louder. Siliths dropped from the sky like missiles. One landed beside the commander, claws slashing. He blocked, countered, blasted the creature's head off with a pulse shot. The flamethrower girl jumped onto his back, using his shoulders to flip midair and torch two Siliths behind them. They landed, back to back, panting, covered in ash. Close enough to kiss. She looked over her shoulder. Voice low. You breathing heavy? From battle? Or just because I'm touching you? He didn't answer. Because truth was, it was both. More Siliths poured in. Hundreds. Too many. He looked around. The Kale line was falling. The humans were fighting hard, but tiring. They needed something more. Something wild. Something Earth-level stupid. The flamethrower girl turned to him, eyes full of madness and heat. You want to do something crazy? He nodded. I didn't fly 600 light years just to die like a coward. She grinned. Perfect. Because I brought something explosive. She pulled a tiny device from her waistband. It blinked red. What is it? he asked. A little Earth toy I call a pocket climax. His visor glitched. Pardon? She smiled. It blows everything around it in 10 seconds. Makes a real mess. You'll love it. Then she looked at him, serious this time. But it needs someone to plant it, deep inside the queen. His eyes widened. You want me to? Yep, in and out, fast and deep. Think you can handle it, big guy? He swallowed, then nodded, and took the device. I'll distract her, she said, locking eyes with him. You just give her the ride of her life. He stared down at the blinking device, then back at her. She winked one last time and ran into the fire. He ran, straight into hell. The device blinked red in his hand. Faster, louder, seconds. The Silith Queen hovered above the battlefield like a glitch in reality, tentacles swaying, sparks flying. She was beautiful in a monstrous way, cold, sharp, and very, very deadly. The Kyle commander charged forward, dodging lasers, leaping over wreckage. Primary objective, insert the payload deep into the Queen's core. His HUD kept repeating it. Insert, payload, deep. He tried not to laugh. This wasn't the time, or maybe it was exactly the time. Behind him, the flamethrower girl fought like a goddess dipped in gasoline. Flames danced around her body. Her laughter echoed through explosions. She shouted, "Go deeper, soldier! That queen needs all of you!" He didn't look back. If he did, he'd forget the mission. Too much bounce. Too much temptation. Seconds. He was close now. He could see the queen's core, a glowing socket beneath her chest. Pulsing, wet, metallic, definitely not friendly. Tentacles slashed the air. He dodged left, rolled, slammed into the queen's side. Seconds. His armor cracked, one tentacle wrapped around his waist. You are infected, the queen hissed. Love is weakness, lust is a virus, earth is chaos. He growled back. Damn right we are. And he shoved the device deep into her core. Click. Seconds. He looked up, straight into the queen's hollow eyes. She whispered, I felt that. He smirked. Yeah, I get that a lot. Boom. The desert lit up in red fire. The blast roared through the Silith army like a sexy thunderstorm of death. Tentacles shredded, circuits fried, the queen's body twisted, cracked, exploded into pieces. The shockwave knocked him back. Far. Silence. Then, a hand. Soft. Warm. Grabbing his. He opened his eyes. It was her. Burned. Bruised. Gorgeous. Hey, hot stuff, she said. You came out. In one piece? Barely, he muttered. But worth it. She helped him sit up. All that training, and this is what finally took you down? He nodded. Turns out, Earth hits harder than we thought. She leaned close. Real close. Well, if you think that was hard. She slid her fingers along his helmet strap. Wait till you see what we do to celebrate victory. His helmet hissed, unclipped. Slowly. Emotional core unlocked. He stared into her eyes, and she said with a wicked smile, Now tell me, was that the best explosion you've ever had? The end. Final comment question.